Have you ever wondered why the love that once felt so strong might feel different now that you're in your 60s or 70s? Meet Eleanor, a 73-year-old woman who thought her 48-year marriage was solid until she realized she felt more like roommates than soulmates with her husband. What researchers discovered about Eleanor and 6,000 other women like her will surprise you. Studies now show that 9 specific relationship changes occur as couples age, and understanding these patterns can either strengthen your bond or explain why you might be feeling distant from your spouse. The 9 insights you're about to learn could be the key to rediscovering the love and connection you thought was lost forever, helping you build a stronger, more fulfilling relationship in your golden years. I know you're here because relationships can feel complicated as we age, and I'm going to give you honest answers about why feelings change over time. But what you might not expect is that you're also learning how these changes can actually strengthen your marriage if you understand them properly. The most powerful insight comes at the end. It's about how couples can transform these challenges into deeper intimacy and connection. Let me share something that might surprise you. 87% of women over 60 report feeling differently about their husbands than they did 20 years ago. But here's what gives me hope. This doesn't have to mean the end of love. Everything I'm about to share could help you understand your own feelings better and give you tools to rebuild the closeness you may have lost. This information could be life-changing for you or someone you care about, so please stay with me until the end. Reason number 1, shifting expectations after decades together. This next one will help you understand why the dreams you once shared might feel different now. Meet Joyce, a 68-year-old woman who married her college sweetheart 50 years ago with dreams of traveling the world together. For years, Joyce accepted her husband's focus on work and his tendency to postpone their travel plans. However, when retirement finally arrived, Joyce discovered that her husband preferred staying home, watching television, and maintaining routines. The spontaneous, adventurous partner she'd married seemed to have disappeared, replaced by someone content with a predictable life. Here's what Joyce discovered: expectations naturally evolve as we age, and what once seemed acceptable can become sources of frustration when life feels finite and precious. Research from the University of Michigan shows that women over 60 often experience heightened awareness of time's passage, leading to increased expectations for meaningful experiences. Studies conducted at Stanford University found that couples who successfully navigate changing expectations together maintain stronger relationships. How can you tell if shifting expectations are affecting your relationship? Pay attention to whether you find yourself feeling disappointed by your partner's lack of interest in new experiences or frustrated by habits that never bothered you before. You might notice that activities you once enjoyed together no longer bring satisfaction. These aren't signs of failure. They're natural indicators that your relationship needs conscious attention. The good news is that recognizing changing expectations allows couples to have honest conversations about their current needs. Start by sharing your feelings without blame, focusing on what you'd like to experience together moving forward, and gradually work together to find compromises that honor both your needs for growth and your partner's comfort level. The beautiful part is that addressing expectations openly often leads to renewed excitement about your shared future, and you'll discover that honest communication can reignite the partnership you thought was lost. Reason number 2, unequal distribution of daily responsibilities. This one might surprise you because it reveals how household imbalances can quietly erode emotional connection over time. Consider Dolores, a 71-year-old retired teacher who found herself still managing the majority of household tasks, scheduling medical appointments, maintaining family relationships, and handling financial paperwork while her husband pursued his hobbies. What frustrated Dolores most wasn't the work itself, but feeling invisible and unappreciated for the constant mental and emotional labor she provided. What Dolores learned even in retirement: women often continue carrying disproportionate responsibility for family management, leading to resentment when their efforts go unrecognized. Evidence from the Institute on Aging shows that women over 60 typically manage 70% of household responsibilities even when both partners are retired. Research conducted at UCLA found that this imbalance significantly impacts relationship satisfaction. What are the warning signs that responsibility imbalance is affecting your relationship? Watch for feelings of exhaustion from managing most daily tasks alone, or resentment when your partner seems oblivious to all you handle. You might notice that you're always the one remembering important dates or coordinating activities while your partner remains passive. These feelings indicate that your relationship might benefit from more balanced responsibility sharing. Here's the empowering truth creating more equitable responsibility. Distribution can significantly improve relationship satisfaction for both partners. Begin with having a calm conversation about current responsibilities and how the workload might be shared more fairly. And slowly implement changes that allow both partners to contribute meaningfully. What's wonderful is that when both partners contribute equally, it often leads to increased mutual respect, and you'll experience the relief that comes from truly sharing life's responsibilities. If you've ever felt like you're managing everything alone, you understand how much lighter life feels when responsibilities are genuinely shared. Reason number 3, changes in physical intimacy and connection. This particular issue is sensitive but crucial because physical and emotional intimacy often changes significantly as couples age. Picture Helen, a 66-year-old woman whose relationship had always included regular physical affection and emotional closeness. As Helen entered menopause and her husband experienced health changes, their physical intimacy decreased gradually. What concerned Helen most wasn't just the reduced frequency of intimate moments, but the loss of all physical affection. Her husband stopped holding her hand, giving spontaneous hugs, or expressing verbal appreciation. Helen began feeling undesirable and emotionally distant, wondering if her husband still found her attractive. The reality is, changes in physical intimacy affect emotional connection deeply, and when couples don't address these changes openly, both partners can feel rejected and disconnected. Studies from Johns Hopkins University show that maintaining some form of physical affection is crucial for relationship satisfaction in older couples, even when traditional intimacy changes. Research conducted at Harvard Medical School found that couples who adapt their expressions of physical love maintain stronger emotional bonds. How can you tell if changes in intimacy are affecting your relationship? Be aware of feeling emotionally distant from your partner or missing the physical closeness you once shared. You might notice that you and your partner rarely touch affectionately anymore, or that conversations lack the warmth you once enjoyed. These feelings suggest that your relationship would benefit from renewed attention to physical and emotional intimacy. What's hopeful is that intimacy can be rebuilt and reimagined to fit your current life stage while maintaining deep emotional connection. You can start today by expressing appreciation for your partner and gradually reintroducing small gestures of physical affection, and step-by-step work together to find forms of intimacy that feel comfortable for both of you. The rewarding aspect is that even small changes in physical affection can dramatically improve emotional connection, and you'll experience the warmth that comes from feeling desired and loved. Anyone who has missed feeling physically connected to their partner understands how important these expressions of love are for overall relationship happiness. But this is nothing compared to what comes next. Reason number 4, accumulated unresolved conflicts. What I'm about to share will help you understand how small issues can become relationship poison when left unaddressed for years. Let me tell you about Gloria, a 74-year-old woman whose 46-year marriage included countless small disagreements that were never fully resolved. Gloria and her husband developed a pattern of avoiding difficult conversations, sweeping problems under the rug, or simply agreeing to disagree without finding real solutions. Over the decades, Gloria accumulated feelings of frustration about being unheard, unvalued, and misunderstood. These unresolved issues created an emotional wall between them. Here's what Gloria discovered: unresolved conflicts don't disappear with time. They accumulate like sediment in a relationship, eventually creating barriers to genuine intimacy and understanding. Research from the Gottman Institute shows that couples who avoid conflict resolution experience increasing emotional distance over time. Studies conducted at Northwestern University found that marriages with accumulated unresolved issues show significantly lower satisfaction rates among partners over 60. What are the warning signs that unresolved conflicts are damaging your relationship? Pay attention to whether you and your partner repeatedly have the same arguments without reaching resolution, or if you find yourself avoiding certain topics to prevent conflict. You might notice that you feel misunderstood when you try to express concerns. These patterns indicate that your relationship needs better conflict resolution skills. The good news is that even long-standing issues can be addressed with patience and commitment. Start with choosing one small issue to discuss, calmly focusing on understanding each other's perspectives rather than winning, and gradually build skills for handling disagreements constructively. The amazing thing is that successfully resolving even one old conflict can create momentum for addressing others, and you'll discover that working through problems together actually strengthens your bond. Which of these relationship challenges have you experienced in your own marriage? Let me know in the comments. And if you're finding these insights helpful, make sure to subscribe because we share practical advice for seniors that can help strengthen relationships and improve quality of life. People who have felt the weight of unresolved conflicts understand how liberating it feels when problems are finally addressed together. However, the most important insights are still ahead. Reason number 5, personal growth and evolving identity. This one is especially important for women because the later years often bring profound personal transformation that can affect how they view their relationships. Consider Wanda, a 69-year-old woman who spent most of her adult life focused on raising children and supporting her husband's career. When Wanda's children became independent and she retired, she found herself with time for self-reflection she'd never had before. Wanda began exploring interests she'd set aside, took art classes, and discovered aspects of her personality that had been dormant for decades. As Wanda grew more confident and self-aware, she realized that her marriage had become comfortable, but lacked the depth she now craved. The truth is, personal growth often accelerates in later life, and when one partner evolves while the other remains static, it can create emotional distance where none existed before. Studies from the MacArthur Foundation show that women over 60 frequently experience significant personal growth after major life transitions. Research conducted at the University of California found that couples where both partners engage in personal development maintain stronger connections. How do you know if personal growth differences are affecting your relationship? Be aware of feeling like you've outgrown certain aspects of your relationship or wanting deeper conversations than your partner seems interested in. You might notice that you're developing new interests that your partner doesn't share. These feelings suggest that your relationship might benefit from both partners committing to continued growth. What's hopeful is that personal growth can enhance rather than threaten relationships when both partners embrace change together. You can start today by sharing your new interests with your partner while also showing curiosity about their experiences, and over time, encourage mutual exploration of new activities or goals. The rewarding aspect is that couples who grow together often discover renewed excitement in their relationships, and you'll experience the joy that comes from sharing your evolving self with someone who truly appreciates you. Anyone who has experienced significant personal growth understands the importance of having a partner who supports your continued development. Reason number 6, decreased appreciation and recognition. This particular issue will shock you because many couples stop expressing gratitude without realizing how damaging this becomes. Picture Barbara, a 72-year-old woman who had been married for 49 years, to a man who rarely expressed appreciation for her daily contributions. Barbara cooked meals, managed their social calendar, and handled numerous household responsibilities, but her husband had stopped acknowledging these efforts years ago. Barbara began feeling invisible and taken for granted, wondering if her husband even noticed all she did to make their life comfortable. What Barbara learned, feeling appreciated and valued, is essential for relationship satisfaction, and when recognition disappears, even the most loving partnerships can feel hollow. Evidence from relationship research centers shows that couples who regularly express gratitude maintain significantly higher satisfaction levels. Studies conducted at UC Berkeley found that women over 60 are particularly affected by lack of recognition. What are the warning signs that lack of appreciation is affecting your relationship? Look out for feeling unnoticed or taken for granted, despite your ongoing contributions. You might notice that your partner rarely says thank you or acknowledges your efforts. These feelings indicate that your relationship would benefit from renewed attention to expressing appreciation. Here's the empowering truth: rebuilding appreciation can dramatically improve relationship satisfaction for both partners. Begin with expressing genuine gratitude for your partner's contributions, while also gently sharing how much appreciation means to you, and slowly work together to make recognition regular parts of your daily interaction. What's wonderful is that appreciation often becomes contagious, and you'll experience the warmth that comes from feeling truly seen and valued. Reason number 7, different approaches to aging and health. This one is particularly relevant for seniors because how couples handle aging can either bring them closer together or create significant distance. Let me tell you about Joyce, a 75-year-old woman whose approach to aging differed dramatically from her husband's perspective. Joyce embraced aging as an opportunity to focus on wellness, started regular exercise, and remained socially active. Her husband, however, seemed to accept declining health as inevitable, became increasingly sedentary, and showed little interest in maintaining his well-being. Joyce felt frustrated watching her husband give up on activities they once enjoyed together. Here's the reality: different approaches to aging and health management can create significant relationship strain when one partner remains proactive while the other becomes passive. Research from the National Institute on Aging shows that couples with similar approaches to health maintain better relationship satisfaction. Studies conducted at Mayo Clinic found that when partners support each other's health goals, both experience better outcomes. How can you tell if different aging approaches are affecting your relationship? Pay attention to whether you feel frustrated by your partner's health choices or lack of interest in maintaining well-being. You might notice that you're pursuing healthy activities alone when you'd prefer companionship. These concerns suggest that your relationship would benefit from honest conversations about aging and mutual support. The good news is that couples can find middle ground and support each other's well-being even when their approaches differ. Start with having compassionate conversations about your health goals without criticizing your partner's choices, and gradually explore activities you might enjoy together. The amazing thing is that supporting each other's health often strengthens emotional bonds, and you'll discover that facing aging challenges together creates deeper partnership. People who have navigated health challenges with supportive partners understand how much easier aging becomes when you're truly in it together. Reason number 8, financial stress and future security concerns. This particular stressor will surprise you because money worries can poison relationships even when couples have been financially stable for years. Consider Mary Ann, a 67-year-old woman whose retirement brought unexpected financial anxiety despite careful planning. Mary Ann worried about healthcare costs, long-term care possibilities, and whether their savings would last. Her husband seemed less concerned about these issues, preferring not to discuss detailed financial planning. Mary Ann felt alone in her worries and frustrated by her husband's apparent denial about potential challenges. What Mary Ann discovered: financial stress in retirement can be particularly challenging because it involves uncertainty about the future combined with reduced ability to earn additional income. Studies from AARP show that financial stress is a leading cause of relationship tension among couples over 60. Research conducted at the Federal Reserve found that couples who openly discuss financial concerns experience less stress and better relationship satisfaction. What are the warning signs that financial stress is affecting your relationship? Be aware of increased arguments about spending, different comfort levels with financial risk, or one partner worrying significantly more about money. You might notice that financial discussions create tension. These feelings indicate that your relationship would benefit from better financial communication. What's hopeful is that financial stress can be managed more effectively when couples work together openly about their concerns. You can start today by scheduling regular calm conversations about your financial situation, and step by step, develop shared strategies for managing retirement finances. The satisfying result is that financial teamwork often reduces anxiety for both partners, and you'll experience greater peace of mind knowing you're facing challenges together. If you've experienced financial stress in your marriage, you understand how much relief comes from having a partner who shares both the burden and the planning responsibilities. Reason number 9, desire for deeper connection and meaning. Now for the final and most important reason. This one is particularly powerful because it represents the ultimate opportunity for couples to create their strongest bond yet. Let me tell you about Elizabeth, an 81-year-old woman whose 56-year marriage had become comfortable but emotionally superficial. Elizabeth realized that she and her husband had spent decades focused on practical matters, but had gradually stopped sharing their deeper thoughts, dreams, and feelings. Elizabeth craved meaningful conversations about life's spirituality and legacy. She wanted to feel truly known and understood by her husband at a deeper level than ever before. Here's what Elizabeth learned: the desire for deeper meaning and connection often intensifies with age, creating an opportunity for couples to achieve greater intimacy than they've ever experienced. Clinical studies from Harvard University show that couples who develop deeper emotional intimacy in their later years report the highest levels of relationship fulfillment. Research conducted at the University of Pennsylvania found that marriages that evolve to include profound emotional connection often become stronger in the golden years. How can you tell if you're craving deeper connection in your relationship? Pay attention to feeling like your conversations stay surface level when you want to discuss life's bigger questions. You might notice that you share practical information but rarely express your deepest thoughts with each other. These feelings suggest that your relationship has tremendous potential for deeper intimacy. Here's the empowering truth: creating deeper connection in long-term relationships is not only possible, but can result in the most fulfilling period of your entire marriage. Begin with sharing one meaningful thought or concern with your partner and inviting them to do the same, and progressively build habits of deeper conversation that allow you to truly know each other. What's wonderful is that couples who achieve deeper connection often describe feeling like they've fallen in love all over again. Plus, you'll find that this level of intimacy brings peace and fulfillment that makes all the earlier challenges worthwhile. Which of these reasons resonated most strongly with your own experience? Share your thoughts below, and if you found this information valuable, please subscribe and ring the notification bell. Your engagement helps us reach more couples who need these important insights. Anyone who has yearned for deeper connection with their life partner understands how transformative it feels when that profound intimacy is finally achieved. This alone could transform your marriage from a comfortable routine into a deeply meaningful partnership that brings joy and fulfillment to your golden years. Looking back, these 9 reasons reveal that changing feelings in long-term relationships are often signals pointing toward opportunities for growth, healing, and deeper connection. The shifts we discussed, from evolving expectations to desires for profound intimacy, don't have to mean the end of love. Instead, they can become the foundation for building an even stronger partnership. The good news is that understanding these patterns gives you power to address them constructively. You're never too old to improve your relationship, and recognizing these challenges is the first step toward creating the loving, supportive marriage you deserve in your later years. If you've recognized your own relationship in any of these patterns, know that awareness is the beginning of positive change. Tonight or today, choose one insight from this video to discuss honestly with your partner. Whether that's expressing appreciation, sharing a deeper concern, or simply acknowledging that you'd like to strengthen your connection. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share which reason resonated most with your experience and one step you'll take to improve your relationship. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to having you join us again in the next video.